what's your leadership style, Phil? Like, I want to kind of get into that brain of yours, your style of leadership, because I'm now growing out my team, and hence why I said the selfish part, because I like to learn from someone like yourself who's already been down this path already.
Yeah, it's a good question, and certainly, as I know you, we have certain things in common. One of them would be
we're both good looking.
Exactly. Okay, damn good looking.
Okay, thank you.
Damn good looking. Yeah. So
if we don't tell ourselves, Phil,
sadly,
we might not get that from
ladies, taken, but send those cards and letters anyway.
Yes, please.
Yes. So we're optimistic, happy guys, right? So that I couldn't take that away from my leadership style. I'm not the grim, or grim would be the wrong word. I'm not a 100% serious boss.
Okay.
I like to know about my colleagues' lives. I like to know who they are as people. I remember years and years ago, young guy, and I aspired to be in management. I was working for a big multinational IT company, and the thinking back in the 80s was a boss couldn't be friends with their employees, right? There's hierarchy. And that was drawn straight from the military-based models, command and control, pyramid-based business model. Well, that world evaporated as we became knowledge workers and became much flatter and more collaborative. And so it's a very personal leadership style. I do, being a bit of a numbers geek, at the beginning of the show, we talked a lot about numbers. Mm-hmm. I do believe in the old adage that people respect what you inspect. So I put a lot of measurable objectives in front of people, and I talk about them when we get together. Because if you don't ask the questions, how's it going versus that objective of X or Y, they think you don't care, or they just lose track. It's a world of scarcity, and they've got too much to do and not enough time to get it done. So they're going to focus on what you actually inspect. So that I do. That is a key tenet of my.
And sorry, when you say inspect, you mean like actual metrics and numbers?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure I understood
absolutely.
that. Okay.
Actual numbers, measurable objectives, and actually looking at them. I'm a strong believer in empowerment and trust. This one is totally dependent on your own personality. If you feel comfortable letting go and letting someone make a decision, and you can live with an outcome that might not have been what you were expecting, you're going to be okay in a fully empowered workforce world. If you're not, you got to find a different kind of job where you have more control. And I know people in both sides. I hire great people. I don't always agree with them, but I don't believe I have the right to second guess their results when I didn't voice a dissenting opinion on the path they were charging behind. So I just accept it. And I think another one, and this is a little bit of a stream of consciousness discussion on management style, I think a selectively short memory is helpful in leadership, because if you dwell on mistakes, and we make a lot of mistakes, not everything we swing at is going to be a home run. If you dwell on those, you'll never take risks. You'll never move forward with positivity and optimism. And so you just can't dwell on mistakes. At the same time, you need a good CFO
That always helps.
who basically says, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over, Phil, and expecting a different result. So you do need an institutional memory, but as a leader, it helps to be highly forward focused. Imagination plays a big role in my life. We were talking off air before we started, but a love of photography and I'm an amateur songwriter. It's that creative process of pulling ideas together. Well, it translates into a leadership style. Ideas, throwing ideas out. The way your practice, your business has grown, Jas, and the different avenues that you've flourished in shows that you're completely willing to try the new and the different, and your mind's never shutting down, and you're always looking for new ideas. And you're a lot younger than me. I can tell you, over the decades, that won't dissipate. It doesn't disappear. I was meeting today with a very senior leader in Canadian real estate. I have a huge amount of respect for her. She's older than me, marginally. And, the ideas she had. She was just throwing out all these ideas about things she wanted to do. In the back of my mind, I'm going, yeah, retirement age came and went.
Yeah.
And this
she's not having any.
Absolutely not. This is full speed ahead stuff. So that's the kind of person you'll be. And it's not for everybody, right? I've got one of my best childhood friends worked at I think he worked at 3 companies because the company he worked at got acquired twice. But essentially he worked at one company for 35 years and then early retirement, and that was it. And he's happy with a relatively limited number of hobbies that he does over and over again, and he's peaceful. He's at peace with himself. Oh my God, that would kill me, man.
Yeah, and I think that a lot of that comes to like self-awareness, right? Like if you kind of know who you are, I kind of have an idea of like what I like and what I don't like, and then the friend that you're speaking about, if he's happy, like who are you not, right?
Thank God. We have people who are actuarials, right? Some people who like doing audit because we need audit, or we couldn't be investors in public companies, right?
Yeah.